Obama is attacking Mitt Romney because Mitt Romney supports coal miners. But it's Barack Obama who said,
so if somebody wants to build a coal-powered plant, they can. It's just that it will bankrupt them.
Obama wages war on coal while we lose jobs to China, who's using more coal every day. Now your job is in danger.
Well, that is part of a Romney campaign ad accusing President Obama of waging a war on coal. It has just begun running in the battleground state of Virginia. All this is the future of the coal industry is getting new attention on the campaign trail because this is an important industry in swing states like Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia, where coal's recent struggles are big news. Among those struggling, a man named Alan Black. He was recently laid off after more than 2 decades of working in the coal fields of eastern Kentucky. Since then, he's burnt through his retirement savings to take care of his family and help keep his son in college. And he says Washington is not paying enough attention to people like him. Joining me now for his take, laid-off coal miner Alan Black. Alan, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, Megyn.
You know, I know you went out and you bought a brand new Nissan Altima, and 2 weeks later you found out you were losing your job. Describe the reaction from the coal miners there in Kentucky when that happened. Well,
it's par for the course. Given the environment of the coal industry right now, it can happen to anybody at any moment. The company I worked for had not laid a person off in over 20 years. And when they had to break that streak, you know that had to hurt them.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you've publicly disclosed you were making $65,000 a year. You only get 30% of that on unemployment?
That was off the top of my head, roughly 30%. I get $1,400 before taxes for a month, and I used to get $1,800 after taxes every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. You got a family to support. You, like so many other coal miners, have found yourself out of a job, and I thought it was really poignant. And one guy was describing how when the layoffs occurred at his shop, 750 full-time workers were laid off entirely. He said the look on everyone's faces wasn't necessarily shock. He said it was fear. Fear of how am I going to provide for my family? How am I going to find a job? You must be feeling some of that yourself.
Well, yes, we're all feeling that, Megyn. That's part of the historical problem with the coal industry is when we have these parings back, there's nothing there to replace it. Coal's the only industry in this region.
Why do you think there's a war on coal? What does that mean?
Well, we've got a lot of environmental pressure on us, and I can understand that. Most miners can. We're all by nature woodsmen. We love the environment. We love to be out in the hills. You won't find a miner alive that doesn't, as far as that goes. But, well, I've kind of lost my train of thought there, Megyn.
Which I know that it's the EPA and its regulations.
The EPA has come in. They've got these regulations, and I understand that. We all understand that. It's not the regulation so much as it is the execution of it. When you come in and you tell this many people that your industry is gone, we have to have someplace to go. Now, in the 1960s, this happened, and we had a lot of people that migrated out of Appalachia and went to Detroit, worked in the auto industry. There was something going on to absorb them. We don't have that now.
It's not the case now. And I know you feel like, and you're not happy with the EPA. They of course say it's about having a clean environment, so they need to crack down on coal mining. You heard the president justify it that way, but I know that you feel some dissatisfaction with both of these candidates in this presidential election because you feel like it's like watching a reality TV show, a bad reality TV show.
Well, it is, Megyn. I mean, I turn the television on and all I see is mud going back and forth. And I'm not interested in that. I don't care about tax returns. I don't care about college records. I care about what's going on in this country and the course that it's on.
What's the way out, Alan?
Well, both parties are going to have to sit down at the table and have a little common sense in their discussion. You can't have both extremes saying my way or the highway.
Yeah.
There has to be a middle road.
Have you made up your mind in the presidential election?
Yes, I have.
What are you thinking, if you want to share it?
Well, I'll put it like this. The past 4 years have shown me what President Obama's going to do, and I really don't think that I can take 4 more years of that.
Alan Black, all the best to you and your family. I hope it works out for you.
Thank you so much, Megyn.
I see you, sir. It's just one American story. We have so many, over 23 million people who are unemployed or underemployed in this country. And I know Alan wants some more focus on that. We're going to be right back, and we're going to talk about these 4 Americans murdered in Libya.
Okay.